Good evening. I'm Mayor Ron Nirenberg with Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolff, and we're joined by Dr. Anita Curran, our Assistant Director of San Antonio Metro Health, and this is our COVID-19 update for the San Antonio community. Tonight we're reporting 186 new cases of COVID-19, which brings the total to 201,196. Our 7-day rolling average currently is 187. Sadly, we are reporting 4 new deaths tonight. We've lost a total of 2,995 of our neighbors and friends and family members to COVID-19. Remember, please keep their loved ones in your thoughts and prayers this evening. Each one of these losses is tremendous for every family that's suffering during this pandemic. Over in our hospitals, there is steadiness, and there are 208 COVID-19 patients in our local hospitals tonight, continuing the trends that we're seeing. In the last 24 hours, there had been 31 new admissions, 74 patients in the ICU, and 42 patients are on ventilators this evening. Remember that our fight against COVID-19 is not over. We say that every night, and it's important that we keep that in mind. Wear your mask, practice social distancing, wash your hands, and get vaccinated when it's your turn. And speaking of vaccinations, as of yesterday in Bexar County, we've had 378,521 people who have received their first dose, and 210,320 people who are fully vaccinated as of today. So let me turn it now to Judge Wolff.
Yeah, thank you. Following up on the vaccines, out at the Wonderland and then the hospital we got downtown, the Bexar County Hospital District, has really been picking up here lately. The last 3 days we've done over 7,000 a day for 21,000. And we expect that to continue for the next 2 days and hopefully into next week. Today, but before the end of the day, we will break having over 200,000 people between Wonderland and our downtown hospital. So again, thanks to George Hernandez and his team at University Hospital for the great job they're doing. The mayor was commenting on how many good citizens that we've lost to COVID, right at 3,000, 2,900 and something. But what most people don't really realize, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Through February the 28th, we've had over 8,000 people go to the hospital. You don't go to the hospital unless you're pretty darn sick. And then a lot of them, of course, are in ICU and ventilators. And then a number of other people that get COVID, maybe they stay home, maybe they get over it, but they carry the symptoms for a very, very long period of time. So it's been a real devastating strike to us, and one that we still don't know the long-term consequences on. So like the mayor says, we still need to be careful. We still have a lot more people we got to get vaccinated before we get out of this problem with COVID. So continue to be careful.
All right, thank you, Judge. And we do want to remind you again, if you are struggling through this pandemic, paying the rent or mortgage, there is assistance available to you. The city and the county are working together on an emergency housing assistance program that you can access by calling 311 or going to the website covid19.sanantonio.gov. Also, if you're out of work and without a paycheck due to this pandemic, you can enroll in our job training program, which is training folks for jobs that we have available today in our community. You will receive a stipend while you make ends meet while you are training. You can access that program again. More information at 311 or enroll at 210-224-HELP. And we also want to remind you we're still in the midst of a blood emergency. So if you're able to make an appointment to donate blood, please visit southtexasblood.org. Or you can call University Hospital, schedule an appointment. Again, we need all types of blood. We're at critical low inventories, particularly with type O, which is used in emergencies. So please donate if you can. Finally, you can get more information on COVID-19 by texting COSAGov to 55000 or by going to the website covid19.sanantonio.gov. And then, of course, if you would like to receive a text alert for vaccine appointments when they become available in one of the public health administrations, you can text vaccine to 55000 or for Spanish, vacuna to 55000. Again, please continue to do your part to protect yourself and your family from this disease. Please continue to mask up, practice social distancing and proper hygiene. Do it for yourself, do it for your family, and do it for San Antonio. The judge, myself, and Dr. Curran are available for questions.
Looking at recent data, how many new coronavirus cases have people in their 20s accounted for? And is it becoming more disproportionate in that age group as others get vaccinated?
Dr. Curian and I were talking about that just before we went on the air, and actually the proportion of the overall transmission in our community, the cases in our community that are accounted for with 20-year-olds, 20 to 29, is higher than the actual proportion of the population of 20-year-olds. So they are disproportionately getting transmitted. That's held steady, though, through this pandemic since really last summer. They're roughly 21% of our overall cases in the community, even though they're about 16% of our overall population.
Do we have any updated models that predict what we might expect with hospitalization and new case trends in the months to come? And if so, what do they show?
We should be getting a new model soon. The trouble with the models, though, they use the inflection points in the curves to predict where it's going to go, and usually that's more helpful when it's going upwards, less so when it's going down, as we are now. But we should be getting a new model update pretty soon.
Down still to 208, we still haven't hit the low mark that we were between the summer and the winter. So we still have a ways to get it down, but you know, everything's going the right way unless something goes wrong and people become too casual, or we get a new variant that we don't know too much about, and that it spikes it again. And we see that happening in Europe today.
Do you have a message for Governor Abbott about the Texas Monthly article in which the PUC members stepped down after being caught on tape with investors offering to protect their windfalls? And what accountability should he take for these recent issues with the PUC board when he appointed these members?
I say put Texas residents first, not the well-heeled, well-connected profiteers who are getting rich while Texans suffered during that winter event. That's what we would expect, and hopefully that's what will occur.
I must say I was surprised and impressed that Lieutenant Governor Patrick came out and passed it through the Senate 27-4 to try to get reimbursements and get them back. And it appears the House is not going to go along with him, but I want to thank him for at least taking that shot.
Are there any updates on whether another mass vaccination site will be brought to San Antonio?
We don't have any, Mayor.
Yeah, I mean, it's been the same story. You know, keep asking this question every night. Unfortunately, our answer is the same. We have not gotten any commitments on a new mass vaccination site yet from the federal government or the state government. We keep asking, and we will keep asking until we get one or we get more doses to keep up with the growth and eligibility and ultimately put an end to this pandemic.
Yeah, and I think if we got the doses, we're capable of doing it. I know we've been looking around for other locations for another one, but got to get the doses first.
Would you care to comment on the arrest of a 31-year-old man from San Antonio with a gun near Vice President Harris's home?
Yeah, I just saw that news alert, and so certainly that's very troubling. And regardless of where that person's from, I hope that case is fully investigated and you know, treated properly with the utmost urgency.
You know, ever since the provoking citizens to take the Capitol by force and the fallout from that, it just set a tone in this country that's pretty darn scary, and this adds to it.
That's all we have tonight. Thank you.
Hello, this is Councilwoman Viagran. As we continue to celebrate Women's History Month, we want to invite you to join us at the Mayor's Commission of the Status of Women's Virtual Summit this Friday, March 9th.